What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Trading with Tyler. Haven't done an educational video in quite a while, so I figured I would go ahead and do so. It's been quite a crazy past 24 hours in Bitcoin charts. A lot of volatility, a lot of downside. Um, Price is currently at 64,461. We did scalp a good bit of, decent bit of money on it. But I wanted to talk about establishing ranges, looking at market structure, incorporating the line chart with bar charts, and I guess a myriad of all sorts of stuff. And there's even a setup in this video, and I will save it for the for one of the last ones. We'll get to the educational stuff first. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the Bitcoin charts first. All right, so we are missing one little thing here. Throw AVAX up on there. All right. Perfect, perfect. Well, let's go ahead and let's get after it. Okay, so this is Bitcoin here, guys. So what I wanted to show y'all is um, this local range that we're in right here, and how can we identify, have an easy time of trading this range? Well, really and truly, the best way to trade a range is, you really and truly, my opinion, you can trade a range and make a lot of money on it. And some people use parallel channels. You know, some people like to use volume profiles. Those are both fine and good. But really, market structure is king. And an easy way for people to take a look at market structure with the right settings engaged is it's a line chart. Okay, so these bottoms right here, where you see where my mouse is right there, and like here, the tops right here, these represent the closes on the time frame that you're at. Okay, so if we're looking at daily right here, this would be the close. This is a close here. So these are all closes. Now, of course, this is the default for TradingView. It just makes it easier to see. It really does. And so you can find that right here. And but one cool thing about this is, so I just want to show you guys this range that we're in on Bitcoin using this, and then we switch back to bar candles to really establish that. You see what I'm saying? Because you can kind of get an idea of what it is, um, and then you go back to what we're used to. So doing so, and I want to talk about this range and how I have this. So okay, so I'll just remove this and do this right quick. Okay, so using our Fibonacci retracement right here, I'm going to go ahead. See this close right here? I'm going to take it from this close, and I'm targeting this high right there. Okay, so but essentially I'm just moving. You can see to my right over here what price is. So that's going to be the top of this range is 70. So we have our first low made here, close, then our high, which is our all-time high. So it's 73,151. So I can move this over here to where we are locally. All right, and I can type that in 73,151. Okay, and now I have a template called the parallel channel 50% retracement. So it's essentially, if you want to see the settings for that, it's very easy. It's just the 50%, 0.5. Okay, and so when we look at it on the bar chart, look how beautifully respected this is. So we have our bottoms here. Okay, our tops. Look at the top acting as resistance. Look at our midpoint acting as support. It's respected. See, I mean, especially coming down here, here, and look at these last 3 days acting as resistance. Okay, and so at the bottom of this being right here at 61,268. Okay. Now I said I wasn't going to give a little Bitcoin any really setups, but there is um, there is a little something. Of course, we want to trade this range, and the bottom of this range here. I mean, it just really coincides with that really nicely, you know. So trade the range. It's a nice little long from there, but I'm gonna go on to like the next example. Okay. So here we have bonk. All right. Now same thing with bonk here. Okay. Take a look at what we did with this range, and the nice respect it has to it. All right. So something about this. Let me explain something about a little bit how we find this stuff. Okay. So I like to see stuff on the daily. But to establish a lot of this, sometimes you have to go down in time frame to really exactly see, you know. So right here, I went from the daily to the 12 hour, okay, and I could see that because I couldn't see this bottom before, right? But going down to the 12 hour, or even really the 6 hour is even better, really. You can see it. I mean, look at the 3 hour there. Look how the close each of those. So that's clearly our bottom right here. And we establish our top based off the fact of that this is just the high of it. And so when we switch back right here, we can see the respect to the midpoint, knowing that we have a good parallel channel. Okay? And it is at its midpoint right here. It just broke through, and it tried to, looks like it came and tried to test this, some of this value right here. There was a weekly that stopped this. You can see this. This was an untapped weekly until today. Excuse me, yesterday, the new day just opened. Came up. I'm sure there's a nice setup with it involved. Look at this confluence. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful confluence. Taken from this impulsive candle here down to the low, showing our CC resistance. And that's really all needed for that. I mean, geez, nice. Yeah, nice 20% move. Missed it. No, focus on Bitcoin. Um, but back to and I'm going to show you some different ways of using this as well. So let's go on to ASTR. As you can see, they're all in the A's. Like my list here, it's pretty funny. I mean, I don't have to go specifically searching for any kind of like I don't need to go like looking all over for. If you see, they're all in like the very first ones. I just went down like hit space bar and went down the line, and they're all pretty much are. You can find these all in a range, you know, and there's hundreds of tokens to trade. So let that be known. I didn't cherry pick any of these. I just wanted to tell you guys that, all right? But back to ASDR. We're gonna turn this on right quick. All right, so this one was a little bit, somewhat more challenging to find. Okay, so on the daily here, you can see this nice. Now look, I also want to tell you guys, it's not gonna be perfect. Not every ranges aren't always perfect. Sorry, my mic went out. So ranges aren't always perfect, right? But I do want to stress this. Like, what matters is the midpoint of a channel, the respect to it. Okay, that's what really you really want to see that more than anything. Um, like the SR flips of it, and that's really crucial to it. So here, if we're looking at our bar charts on the daily, and I just always go to the daily. I gravitate to the daily right off the bat to establish a range. And okay, so this wasn't the one that was very hard then, because this can kind of be seen pretty fairly easy actually. And you could have got this from yeah, this is actually pretty easy. When we click over to the line graph, we can see here's our low here, right there, and then our high was super easy to spot. Look at those two closes. There's our 2 points. You know, so when you have a low like this, um, so when you have this low, oh, you know what? Think that possibly, nope, I like it. That's definitely it. Yes, sorry. Our high is easy to see. So I had a little bit of a little bit of fogginess there. Um, going back to this, those two were just like coming to, I mean, that's just easy for me to see right there, you know? So I came, tackled that, and then boom. Now look, if you want to do this, if you feel like um, that you just want to put a channel, use a parallel channel instead, hey, by all means, go for it. There's that. And this is the product of what we have, you know. Of course, you can make your channel look however you like. Put your templates in. Um, I just want to show you, like, trading these ranges. And really, the smartest thing to do is when you're trading ranges, really, it's not financial advice. You really want to be longing supports and not chasing breakdowns. And you want to be shorting resistances and not chasing breakouts. You know, look at all these people here that you know thought they were going higher. We're at the top of this range here, and look what happens. They've all gotten, you know, sure, some of them might have taken some profits here, but when they longed at the top of this at resistance, didn't plan out, didn't really work out for them here. Equally as here, we came back down to the bottom of this range, and look what happened. So some people got really fearful. They started putting in shorts here, and then what happens? You know, it comes down. Probably I can find a confluence to find the balance of this, and ultimately came back within the range. You know, nice 30% up. You know, trade a range till it breaks. Have your stop loss ready. Um, and go on. Take profits at midpoint. Rinse and repeat. Okay. And but these closes are what really matter. You know, in my honest opinion. So. Okay, let's go on to ARUS. So this is cool. This is a little example I wanted to show you guys about identifying market structure. Okay, some people may not be able to. I don't know how well people are at understanding market structure. Um, and you know, I wanted to. I can't believe. Let me go. Let me. Excuse me. Let me rewind to ACR. I thought I had this on log mode. I did not have this on log mode. God dog it. Uh, okay. Was Bonk's not on log mode either? Okay, these are all supposed to be on log mode. Wow. Okay. I really want to do this whole video over, but we're not gonna do so. All right. Swear, man. This is bananas. Um. So I thought something looked off about all of it. I wasn't certain, and there we have it. So let's look at all this. Look at the respect to the midpoint now. Man, I swear sometimes I go crazy. I mean, look at this now. Perfect back test. Almost a perfect back test. Come through. Yeah. We're in log mode. This is bonk. This is ASTR on log mode. All right. Look at our line here. Here's our bottom. So went over that. The only one that's not on log mode is our inverse chart with Bitcoin right here. That's because it does not, it doesn't, I mean, I'm telling you this right now. This is a regular chart. I mean, if you want to look at this on like higher time frames, like on the Bitstamp chart, whatever, yeah, log mode's it's good. I guess for old historical stuff, but this chart specifically respects technical analysis to regular. It's not use logarithmic mode, okay? But most of these altcoins do use log, and I totally thought that I had it on log, and I was wondering why it was looking odd. So now I want to show you the difference of off log and on log. So here we go. This is like not log mode, log mode. Watch it just see how, look right here, look at this candle. See, that went through that. That did not go through that. That in fact almost specifically back tested this midpoint and went up. Back tested this midpoint, went up. Okay, look at that. I mean, back test up. Resistance all across. Got wrecked. Came down midpoint. Guess what? People longed that to a nice little. I personally don't take too many trades off of a midpoint. I mean, I will, but I really like the top and bottoms, I like to take the longer term time frame. You don't have to be so um, in the moment with it. And really, they're the best trades if you think about it during range. You really want to be. You don't want to be buying the tops and selling the bottoms. You want to do the opposite of that. And so here we are down here. Um, Look at this respect to the midpoint here. I can't believe I had this on regular mode. Again, with it off, nothing. I thought something was off. I just wasn't certain. I was like, I prepared all this. What the hell? Log mode. My bad, guys. My bad. My bad. Okay. Start this video over. We're one taking this. I'm sorry. We are. All right. Moving on to ARUS. Okay. Cool way of identifying market structure. Now, so if we're on the daily chart here, most people aren't aware that this is actually bearish. I mean, because zooming out, you just may have a hard time of identifying market structure. I don't know. Either way, let me make it easy for you, facilitate this, and show you how you can use this line graph tool as a means to kind of showing you. All right, I've even got you a little example here, okay? So look, not an example. I've even marked it out for you. So here on the daily, um, you can use, you know, I most of the time, if I'm looking at market structure, I definitely flip this over to I flip it over to line graph just so I can see and absolutely make certain. All right, so look, we have our low here, we have our high. All right, so here's our high. Here is a lower high. Now we have a higher low. Okay, a lower high. All right, we have a higher low here, but then lower high. Sorry, this can be our lower high right here because ultimately this wasn't much of anything. We came back down. We made a lower low right here. All right, and let me just show you. So really and truly, what you need to know is that this little thing right here matters. Okay, this stuff is important nonetheless because this market structure right here um, is bearish. It's a bearish market structure, and essentially we've just made our another lower high. All right, so we made a lower high here, and the reason why I didn't mark this one out here, okay, was because this happened. So we're not including this in here. All right, this high. Yes, this technically you by looking at this you might think that this is a a lower high of this right here, but really this is a continuation from down. All right, this was continuation from here. So this was just one continuation. This is our lower low right here made. All right, and uh, yeah, so came out. Now this is our still we haven't broken this. I really don't need this marked. This really should be marked here. To be totally fair, move that because that's really what matters. These are the closes now, guys. Remember the closes. All right. Now for what you've all been waiting for on AVAX. Um, AVAX. Beautiful AVAX. Guess what we're doing? We are going to be smart about this. Take a sip of this. We're going to be smart about this and know that we got to put this on log mode. Okay? Boom. Now, here's the setup for you guys. All right? You ready? Let's go ahead and get this underway. Real quick. Untapped daily level. We're on the daily chart now. There's our daily horizontal. Okay? Untapped. All right. Here's our range. All right. How do we find this range? We went down time frame for this. Okay? All the way to find that low. So the daily didn't show it. 12-hour didn't show it. 6 didn't show it. 3. The 3-hour is where we ultimately found this level at. But if you go down, this has moved just a little bit. Yeah, this moved. Forgive me. Looking at that over here, I think the high of this has changed now. Let's see what this looks like now. I didn't realize that was over there now. Let me see. I had where I had that before. I had it right there. Mm, no, sorry. Let me just show you the last bit of confluence here, real quick. CC from this, and look, we're taking it from this low to this high, and you can find this on the boom. So this area is going to be a strong area of resistance right here. Okay, that's going to be a nice little setup here for you guys. But we're not done yet though. We're gonna go back to this. We're just gonna target the high of this range right quick. That's all we're gonna be doing. And I'm gonna just move this down. Put this right here. Well, essentially you target the 618, right? So that's gonna be at 34.87. Yeah. So looking like this. No, this is not financial advice, remember. Okay, my low is going to be so here's a low. And there, so really this is not financial advice and just all education. 2 lower lows is best. Okay? You put your stop loss as you want it. This is paper trading only, remember. So essentially we have this low here. We have another low right there. That's 2 lower lows, just a bit under that right there. Not too much. We want to keep our risk reward right here over 3 to 1. Okay, minimum 3 to 1 for our trades. That's my rule. But me personally, I think I'm okay with You know, I do like that actually. And I think actually, that's an old daily level. Yeah, that is an old daily level right here. It's been tapped. But it could be that last little, it could be that last little line of defense. Just that little bit that you need right there um, to keep from getting stomped out. You know, that could be, somehow that could be a bounce. You just never know, right? So essentially, I think the dang the camera may have frozen. Can't have nothing nice anymore. There we go. So this could be the last bit. So wouldn't it be nice? Imagine if you're coming down and you're just a bit below that. So keep it just at 3. I mean, you know, I feel like. And if you want to target the wicks, you can, but I like to keep it honest. And just the range is fine for me. Like I said, not financial advice. So pretty much 3. I like to get that exactly at as well as I can. So that's a nice little setup. So what do I personally think? Personally think, um, if you're looking at like, I think totally you could just clear this wick and have a much more higher reward, or you can play it safe like I would, you know, and get that extra bit in case it does decide to come down. It's not my trade. It's not my money. Paper money. Okay. So last but not least, yeah, I hope you guys get something out of that. If you want to know my settings for line chart, here's my settings for line chart. I don't like how it looks normal. This is what it's going to look like right out the gate for you guys. So on the line itself, let me just show you. Um, check this out. If we apply defaults, it's just it's kind of ugly for me. I don't like I don't like it. Oh, yeah. Anywho, all right, guys. Well, hopefully, it helped out. And, yeah, it's really all, I'll tell you this much. I will be targeting a Bitcoin long at this bottom right here at 61. Should I see extra charts and order flow, show me what I want to see there. Um, we do have confluence. Yeah, and that's a 3-day. That's a 3-day untapped day level as well. Okay. Um, yep. So for support right there, and yes, we do still have this. We do still have this. There's our current range right there, volume profile wise. Um, like I said, I was just going over what the difference between using volume profiles are and um, using channels. So, but that's it, guys. And so yeah, I guess I will sign off now and say this has been fun. I'm trading with Tyler. I hope you guys have a great day and peace out, man.